welcome back. So today I have another full face of first impressions. I did one about a month ago, I believe, and you guys liked it so much, so I've accumulated a whole bunch of new products. So I'm just gonna jump right in and start doing my face. I haven't really done anything to it. I actually went to the beach today and my skin is like burning red. I don't know if you guys can tell right here, but I try to cover up, but it's like so red. So I'm gonna work with my face today even though it's like burnt, so I'm gonna try and do my foundation a little bit darker. The only thing that I don't have new is a foundation, so I'm gonna use my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet, which is the one that I've been using lately and I've been just absolutely loving. So I'm gonna start off with my eyebrows actually, and for my eyebrows I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Build a Brow, and this is in the shade dark brown, and I'm also using their brush, which is called the Heavenly Luxe Build a Brow brush. And I've heard so many great things about IT Cosmetics brushes, so I'm actually really excited to try this out. I used to use the Dip Brow. I actually have been using the Dip Brow by Anastasia Beverly Hills, so I'm really excited to see how this one works out for me. So I'm gonna start off just halfway through my brows, and I'm just gonna work into the front of my brows. I feel like this product is really lightweight, so you can start off with a lot or a little bit and you won't make them look super dramatic. And as for the brush, I'm not 100% liking it, just because I would prefer for the brush to be a little bit more stiff, so you'll have a little bit more stability when you're like drawing in your eyebrows, you know. But as for the product, I actually really like it, and you can see it when I blended it into my eyebrows. It made it look really nice and airbrushed, so that's something that I do really like. So I do really like this product. I feel like it gave my eyebrows a really nice airbrushed effect. I am going to use it again with the brush that I really like, which is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This brush wasn't as sturdy as I wish it would be, so I feel like I wasn't able to, like, you know, be a little bit more precise on my eyebrows. Now I'm going to move on to my foundation, and before I apply my foundation, you guys know that I always wear a primer before that, and I'm not going to use the same typical primer that I've always used. I'm going to use a new one, and this is by Skindinavia, the Makeup Primer Spray, and it's supposed to be good for oil control. So this is supposed to help to even out your skin tone, reduce the appearance of large pores, and prevent breakouts. I actually tried this yesterday for the first time, and I loved it so much. I felt like it worked even better than my Makeup Forever primer that I've been using for like 2 months straight. I felt like it just did... Okay, wait. Sorry, guys. I felt like it just helped my makeup stay in place for so long, and yesterday it was actually really hot outside. So what I do is I basically just spray it on my face about 2 to 3 times, and then I'll just go ahead and apply my foundation on. This is really good for someone who has oily skin like I do. Like, you guys can tell in my T-zone, it's really shiny and oily, and when I put on foundation and I don't use a mattifying primer, that just comes out. Like, you can see it throughout the entire day. So this actually worked amazing for me yesterday. This is the second time I use it, so I'm gonna try it out for the entire day again, and then I'm gonna update you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead with my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Foundation. I'm almost out of it because I've been using it so much, and I'm using the number 53 right now. So to blend in my foundation, I'm going to be using a IT Cosmetics Flat Top Buffing Foundation brush, and I'm just going to buff this into my skin. And these brushes are so freaking soft. You guys know how I was like raving about the Elite Collection by Morphe brushes? These are exactly like those, but they just feel so silky and soft and luxurious. And these are a little bit pricey, but they are totally worth it. They're really soft. And these are actually the first brushes that I used by IT Cosmetics, and I am really happy with them. Now I'm going to move on to concealer, and I'm going to be using a new one, and this is the Sephora Bright Future Gel Serum Concealer, and this is what it looks like. I wasn't really sure of what shade I was, so I pretty much just took a guess because you can't really see the colors on the website, so I went with number 06. and number 07. 06 is a little bit more yellow. Can you guys see that? Okay, 06 right here is a little bit more yellow than 7, which is right here. So I'm gonna use actually number 07 because my skin is not, you know, as light today. The only thing that I don't like is the applicator. Like, I feel like a little bit of product comes out of here, but as per the formula itself, let's see how it works. All right, now I'm going to take my damp beauty blender and I'm just gonna blend that all in. I do like how nice it's blending into my skin, and you see how bright it's making my under eye look. I freaking love that because that's the look that I go for every time I use a brightening concealer under my eyes. Oh yeah, I do like this. I'm also gonna apply a little bit under my eyes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set my foundation, and I'm gonna be using the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Airbrush Perfecting Powder, and I have it in the shade Rich, and this is what it looks like. This is like super duper pigmented. I really like it because you can use it by itself without no foundation, so you have to be very careful when you're setting your foundation with this powder. Let me just show you guys what one swatch looks like. Like, it blends into my skin, so I don't think you guys can see it. Let me show you guys the other side. But this is like super pigmented, so this is another great product that you can use by itself, or even if you want to take it with you like in your purse. I'm also going to use the IT Cosmetics Airbrush Powder and Bronzer brush, and I'm going to dip it in just a tiny bit because I feel like a little bit goes a long way, and I'm just going to set my foundation, and I'm just going to buff that into my skin. And this is actually really good because it gives you a little bit of extra coverage if you need it, if you're using like a light BB cream or CC cream or a lightweight foundation. This is a good product to use for that. And this brush is just, wow, super duper soft. Have you guys noticed that my eyebrows have not moved from there? Like, I have gone over them with brushes and they're still in place. That says something good about that gel that I used on my brows. I do really like that it gave me like a really nice airbrushed effect. I actually did use this powder with the CC cream by IT Cosmetics, but that CC cream is amazing for somebody who has dry skin. If you have oily skin like I do not recommend it. To bronze up my skin, I'm gonna go in with the Live Love Laugh Vitality Face Disc, and this is a bronzer, highlighter, and blush all in one. And I'm gonna take that same powder bronzer brush, and I'm just gonna dip it into this one right here. And this is really, like, this powder is actually really like sheer, so you do have to dip it in a little bit to get some color out. All right, so I'm just gonna bronze up my skin, especially because I need it right now. I'm like so uneven, especially in my body after tanning. I was trying to get as dark as possible, and when I came out the beach, I was just pretty much red. I was like, great. I do like this powder. The only thing that I have to say is that it's very sheer and it is very subtle. So if you like a subtle bronzer, then you're gonna absolutely love this. And this is the F40, and I'm going to take this really pretty, it's almost golden. It has a little bit of golden shimmer in it, and I'm just going to apply this on the apples of my cheeks. So to highlight my face today, I'm going to be using the ColourPop highlighter in Road Trip, and this is actually relatively new, and it will only be available until July 6th, I believe. So if you can get your hands on this, I highly recommend it, just because I swatched it today and I was like, what is life? Like, what is life? This is absolutely gorgeous. This is a very beautiful peachy highlight with just the right amount of silver in it. I freaking love it. I'm gonna put some on so you guys can see it. And I feel like the best way to apply these highlights by ColourPop is by using your fingers, because you're gonna get the most out of each product. So I'm gonna just tap this into the high points of my face. Like, can you see that? That is just absolutely gorgeous. And now moving on to our eyes, I went ahead and primed my eyelids using the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I haven't been using my Soft Ochre by MAC just because I feel like it's a little bit too drying on my lids. And when I put on the eyeshadow, it just looks a little bit too flaky. So I need something a little bit more hydrating on my lids. So this has been working really nice for me. So for my eyeshadows today, I'm so excited to be using this. This is the IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. I have heard so many amazing things about this, and when I got it and I swatched it, I was like, yes, this is just absolutely gorgeous. You have some mattes here, you have some shimmers, you have warms, you have neutrals, and then you have some cool tones down here, and you have a highlight shade. You just have basically everything that you need in a palette. And let me just tell you, when I was swatching these eyeshadows, I was like, the pigmentation, the blendability is just out of this world. So I just, I'm so excited to try this. So I'm gonna do sort of like a dark lip, I think. So I'm gonna do something not super dramatic on my eyelids. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna take the shade Sunrise and a Sigma E38 brush, and I'm just going to work this into my crease. Taking the shade Java, I'm just going to work this into my outer crease. Now taking a flat concealer brush in the shade All Hearts, I'm going to apply this into my lid. I'm going to take the shade Noir and a round brush, and I'm going to apply this on my outer V. Now to make sure that everything is blended in really nicely, I'm going to take my E38 brush by Sigma. To highlight my brow bone, I'm going to go in with a Transforming Pearl, and I'm going to apply this on my brow bone as well as the inner corners of my eyes. I'm gonna apply some eyeliner on my waterline, and this is by L'Oreal, the Smoldering Eyeliner in Super Black. Alright, so I'm gonna be using a new eyeliner today, and this is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in black. I'm so excited to use this because I actually was talking about it in my last haul, I believe, how much I've been wanting to try it instead of the Stila one, which I do like the Stila one. It's just not as black as I wish it would be. So let's try this one and see how I like it. And this is called the Tattoo Liner in Trooper, and it has a felt tip as well. So I do like this eyeliner. It was really easy to work with, and it dried up really fast. So I'm really enjoying that one. Now I'm going to go on to mascara, and I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Hello Lashes. I really like this mascara just because it's really easy to comb the inner corners of your eyes because of that little ball that it has. I know it's hard sometimes to get into those little tiny hairs that you have in the inner corners, but with this one, it just makes it really easy, so I really like it. For my eyelashes today, I'm going to be using some Lilly Galici eyelashes. I don't remember the exact name, but I will list them down in the description box below. Taking the shade All Hearts, I'm going to apply this under my lower lashes, and then I'm going to go in with the shade Noir and a small Morphe E36 brush, and I'm going to just apply this on the outer parts of my lower lashes. And this is one of the new Ultra Matte Liquid Lipsticks by ColourPop. And this is a very beautiful burgundy vampy shade, which I'm really into right now. So let's go ahead and try it and see what it looks like. So this is what the lipstick looks like. I actually really like it just because I feel like it's completely different than what I've been wearing lately, which is like my pinkish brown nude colors, and I actually really like it. And I feel like I like the formula better, the darker lipsticks of ColourPop. So if you haven't tried them, I think they're out of stock, but they should be back in stock pretty soon. So that's that. And then to set my entire face, I'm gonna go in with this spray, and this is a Skindinavia, the makeup finishing spray. I showed you guys how I use the face primer spray, which I absolutely love. So this is supposed to be like the finishing spray, what you put on once you're done with all of your makeup. And this is actually the second time I tried this as well. And let me tell you guys, this makes such a huge difference on your skin. Like, I wore it yesterday and my makeup was in place for about 12 hours, which is so long, and throughout the entire day, which was really hot outside. So this is another product that I highly recommend if you have oily skin, or if you're just somebody who works all day and needs a product that's gonna help your makeup stay in place. Definitely give this a try. I promise you will freaking love it. So I'm gonna spray it about 4 to 5 times on my face. So this is the final look. I'm going to talk about the top 3 products that I loved the most out of this video. And I'm going to start off with my most favorite to my least favorite, but they're all my favorite. So the first one that I absolutely love and that I'm going to continue using most definitely is my IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette. I was so freaking surprised with the quality of this palette. I just love the color range, the pigmentation, just basically overall everything about this palette, and the packaging is also very cute. So this is definitely my #1 favorite out of all of them. And my second favorite was definitely the Skindinavia sprays. Oh my god, where have these sprays been all of my life, especially me that I have oily skin. These are 2 sprays that I highly recommend for someone who has similar skin type as I do. I'm definitely going to continue using them, and I'll let you guys know how I like it. And the last product that I absolutely loved was this highlighter by ColourPop, and this is in the shade Road Trip. I am super surprised with the quality of this highlight. I've never tried ColourPop highlights before. This is actually my first one. I did try their blushes and I wasn't like super impressed, but with this one right here, I just absolutely love it. Like, can you just see that? And this is only like $8, I believe. It is super affordable. So this is something that I'm definitely going to continue using, and you will see basically throughout my next videos. So those were my top 3 favorite products from this video. If you have tried any of these products, let me know in the comments below. Maybe you had a different experience with it. And if there's any products that you do want to try, I also want to hear down in the description box below. So I guess that is pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as always. If you want to see like any more full face of first impressions, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And I guess that's pretty much it. I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye guys.